It's your boy Warlow back with another My Team video, and we are gonna rank the best power forwards. Now, this tier list was complicated because I was just watching some other tier lists and they were just booty. Okay, booty cheeks, like about the tier list I was rating. And it was complicated making this tier list because a lot of the centers are good at power forward. So when I do a center tier list in the future, you might see few to some of the same cards. Because, I'm going to rank these on how they play at the 4 position. Because, example, Akeem, right? He's a center. But, if you're using Akeem, some of y'all might want to see, Carla, how he's at the 4 compared to the 5 where Wemby's playing. You know, I feel like you have to, and to leave him off the list. I think I was watching Ty, he left him off the list completely. Doesn't really make any sense and just makes people more confused. But it makes someone more confused. We're gonna rank it like that, and hopefully this tier list is a success. So yeah, Kevin Durant up next, F tier. I'm ranking free agent KD because y'all be surprised about how many free agent cards you will see in Park. I'm telling y'all, just go in domination, go in breakout or something. Don't pop in TTO Park with your bum free agent cards. You won't win a game. I promise you that. You won't win one game. I promise you. Chris Bosh. Chris Bosh is an F tier, and I do not care. This card is the worst Galaxy, when you watch my gameplay, is the worst Galaxy Opal in the game. I mean that. He is the worst forward in the game. He is the worst power forward. He stinks. He has a 57 block. I think I was on a Ty video. He said he was good. I'm like, that's why you gotta use the card. He has a 57 steal, 7. I mean, I don't know how you look at the stats and thought he was that great anyway. And then his shot's unusable. This card stinks. And no, don't be like it's a skill issue. No, this card does not run in any field. He doesn't run in casual, competitive. He's awful. One of the worst, probably not one, he is the worst Galaxy Opal. Until Bob Cousy maybe comes out. He's the worst Galaxy Opal in the game. That's like 250k coins. Waste of coins. Shaquille O'Neal up next, and we're ranking Shaq in at S tier. I don't know why he's getting hate. I think cards just get hate. We had to rank cards fairly based on how they play, and Shaq at the 4 is one of the toughest 4s in the game. I don't know where the hate is saying oh my god, he's not. No, I don't have Shaq either, but Shaq is a beast. What are we talking about here? No. I think I was watching JC's and he had Shaq in the same list as I think he had Big Z over Shaq. He got nuts over there. But no, we're ranking it like that, and that's gonna be ranked. Bam is awful too. Has no block, no steal. He is an F tier. Not gonna run for you. Absolutely a garbage can. I don't want to rank just complete diamonds in a row. So AD up next. I mean, you gotta rank AD. I feel like we're ranking S tier. I'm gonna see how I move. I mean, we gotta see how we move here. I'm ranking AD, and I think I have to go A with AD. I don't know. AD been weird to me lately. I don't know. AD been acting weird for me lately. I like Anthony Davis. I like what he do, but he been acting a little weird lately, missing my shots for me, and he hasn't been playing as good as he used to. At least to me. I like Anthony Davis still in this game a lot. I just feel like it's in a strange world. But next up on the list, we got Dave Cowens up next. And I'm probably going to rank Dave Cowens in A's here. He is actually has a phenomenal release. He actually is really good. He's 6'9", 6'10"-ish. And he's actually elite. So I think he's a good card. You're going to like Dave Cowens. Jack Sigma up next. At power 4, probably C tier. You can maybe run a lineup with him and Wemby, so maybe a little bit higher. But I think C tier is the perfect stage in the game for Jack. I might move up to B tier depending on how this list goes, but yeah, right now I'm ranking him in at C tier. And I like Jack. It's a good release. Has the badges, got badge him a little bit, but decent overall card. Next up we got is Luau Deng was ranked. I didn't get to rank him the other day. Probably will rank him B tier. I didn't get to rank him because he dropped late. Luau Deng actually has a good release this year. Maybe I'll go C tier because he's at the 4 position, not small 4. But Luau Deng is not a bad diamond card for a good price. He's actually not bad. Michael Sweeney, probably D tier for Michael Sweeney. He's a 6'8" power forward at this stage in the game. You're not even 6'9". He might offer you good release with a 75 three-pointer. That's just not going to cut it when you don't offer enough. He doesn't offer enough. He's a mid-free card, but not going to cut it at this stage in the game. D tier for Willis Reed. I like Willis Reed overall. I think Willis Reed has a phenomenal release, and I'm probably going to go C tier for him. I'll rank him C tier. I think he's better than Sweeney overall. And just, yeah, I feel like you have to rank him NSC 6'11". Still can cook at this day and age. Paolo Banchero up next at the 4 position. I'm going A tier. Paolo Banchero is really elite in my team. Absolutely insane. And I think you got to go A tier for Paolo Banchero up next. Wilt Chamberlain up next. And I'm going S for Wilt. Hear me out here. This Wilt is like, I'm not even an inside person, but I was watching, man. You free playing TTO Park with me. And I was watching Wilt Chamberlain shooting, like with satellite shooting dang near half-court threes with Wilt. And not missing with Wilt. Like, Wilt does not miss. Like, that's one thing about his jumper. It is so consistent. He doesn't miss a shot. Like, I was actually surprised about how good he actually shot the ball, in my opinion. I felt like he shot the ball fairly decent overall. And he was just really good overall. I think Wilt is a tier, S tier center power forward, especially run next to Wemby. Imagine how dangerous that defense would be. I think you gotta rank him in at S tier. Next up, you got Kwame Brown. Kwame Brown's a B tier. Kwame Brown's actually very good. I was watching No Returns gameplay. I was watching, who else had a gameplay on Kwame? There was someone else. I think it was 2KOG. He uploaded the video on Kwame Brown. I like the way his jumper is. Maybe it could be a tad bit, better. But, I'm liking Kwame Brown. I'm liking his game. I'm liking him. He's not a bona fide scrub in this game. He's actually a good card. LaMarcus Aldridge up next. I think Aldridge is better than Anthony Davis. Hear me out there. I've seen Aldridge release. It's so smooth. Good defender. I think he's better than Anthony Davis in this game. Call me crazy. Like I said, I've been going downwards on the Anthony Davis train. I'm realizing this release is not as cheesy. And I think you gotta put LaMarcus Aldridge in at S tier. I think he's elite. And I will have a LaMarcus Aldridge gameplay for y'all soon, because I'm going to be playing on his account, like, not today, maybe another day. So I will have a Hidden Gem LaMarcus Aldridge gameplay out for y'all today. So I'm ranking him in at S tier for LaMarcus Aldridge. Up next, we got Bill Walton. Bill Walton's D tier. Bill Walton's just not that great overall. Like, he's all... Let me just put it on the floor. My apologies. He's just not that great overall. Like, I feel like Bill Walton, he has a really smooth release on old gen, but next gen they gave him an unsmooth release, no steal rating, lacks on defense. I don't think you run him over at Jack Sigma at the 4. We'll just read. I don't think Bill Walton's that great on next gen. I just don't think he's that good. Bob Pettit, I'd probably go A tier because he's a 6'9" He's not gonna be able to stop those other guys. He is one of your top power forwards. I used him. He is really good, but he lacks on the defensive end. And what those other guys can offer, I feel like, are going to be better than Bob Pettit overall. Because Bob Pettit has a skinny body build. But would I put Bob Pettit? Actually, I'm going to move him down to B tier so we can differentiate. I still think Bob Pettit is probably the best in B tier. But I have to make it calm. I think Paolo Banchero 80 are better than Bob Pettit. But I like Bob Pettit. I think he's a solid card overall. And I think he is solid in my team. Next up, we got his Paul Gasol. Paul Gasol, alright, D tier. He's not good, though. He's like slow release time. And what are we doing at this stage in the game? Doesn't make the lineup. Doesn't play. Absolute garbage can. Next up is Dan Unseld. He has a fantastic release. I will give him that. He has a very, very smooth release. Overall, I put him in A or S. I'd probably go S tier for Dan Unseld just because he has a very smooth release. How tall is Dan Unseld at this point? Like, I used the car. I think I used the car before. I think I did use the car before. But he has 6'9", and 90 speed. Yeah, I'm going to put him in at 79 three-pointer. Could be a little bit higher. I think you got to put him S tier. Right? Like, you got it. His release is smooth. I feel like you got to put him in an S tier, like the same level. I think you do. So I'm going to rank Dan Unseld in at S tier. Still solid in the game. And he's badged up. I think he's badged complete. Like, he's mainly complete of a card, really. So that's why I'm ranking him at S tier. I think he's better than Anthony Davis, Pablo, and the rest of the group. So overall, Chris Bosh, other than Chris Bosh, they're just going in garbage. They're just going in freaking garbage. Dwight Howard up next. Probably B on Dwight Howard. I think Dwight Howard, the 4 is alright. I just don't know what Dwight Howard at the 4, really. I just don't think Dwight at the 4 is going to do much. I'm probably going to see it. I don't think Dwight Howard at the 4 is better than Bob Pettit. I just don't. And I think like at the 4, you're going to be using Dwight that release with even, it's going to be slow. I feel like Dwight's more of a center than a power forward. At least to me, I don't think Dwight is really, I'd rather have Jack Sigma spotting up from at the 4 than Dwight Howard. I just don't think Dwight Howard is going to offer enough at the 4 position. Overall, Boris Dia, D tier. I don't think Boris Dia, he does have 90 stats everywhere. I give him that, but like, his release is so bad. It is so bad overall. And he has stats, but like, man, I wish they changed that release. That release is just so cooked. Just not gonna cut it. Boogie Cousins, Boogie has a slower release, but I actually quite like Boogie a lot. Boogie Cousins is actually really good in my team overall. I actually do like Boogie Cousins in this game, and I do think he's really solid in this game. So I think B tier is perfect for him. As the release is smooth enough, even when it's slower. He has good enough defense. I really do like Boogie in this game. I think Boogie is a really solid card overall. Derek, Chris Webber, release is garbage. Not going to cut at this stage in the game. I'm ranking him at D tier. Don't think he's going to be really that great in my team. Jaren Jackson up next. I like Jaren Jackson still to this day. I'm ranking B tier. Jaren Jackson is still a solid diamond card. Still can play to this day. Absolutely elite. And I forgot to say, Bob Pettit is probably the best jumper out of everybody here. But I wish he had better defense. If he had better defense, he could be the Bailey S tier. If he had better defense. Ben Wallace up next. I don't mind Ben Wallace. I'm probably going to rank him C tier. Just because his defense. I love his defense. I 64-3. I'm a little on the... I don't know how to feel about 64 3-pointer. That feels a little too low to me. And I just don't know how to feel about it. So I'm ranking him in at C tier. Okay, next up on this list, we're going to rank Giannis Antetokounmpo Pink Diamond. And I'm just going to rank him in at... this is tough. Like, at this stage in the game, like, C. Like, Giannis Antetokounmpo at the 4, I feel like, you know, he can provide you somewhat, even at the 4 position, but that 3-pointer is just lacking so much. I just don't think it's going to get the job done overall, over Boogie, over Pettit, over Kawhi. I think C tier is the perfect range for Giannis. And the small forward Giannis, I probably would rank at the 4 position, like A probably. Like, will I go S for Giannis Antetokounmpo? I feel like he loses his boost though when he's not, you know, when he's like a power forward though. He kind of loses like the appeal really. So I feel like, I don't know what I rank him in at A. I rank him in at A tier overall. So I'm ranking him at A tier. Next up, we got Tim Duncan. I'm ranking him at S tier. I think Tim Duncan is phenomenal on this list. And I think he's the best 4 in the game. That's the reason I have Giannis. Look, I think Tim Duncan's better than Giannis overall. So I think perfectly stated, he is an S tier overall. So Tim Duncan in at S tier. I like him a lot. Good card. Next up, Clifford Robinson. His release is not good. Just not going to cut it. I heard he's not good at all, and his release stinks. D tier for this card. Just not going to cut it at this stage in the game. Next, we got Darnell Dawkins at center. At power forward, just F. I don't feel like I feel like it's like, well, at center maybe, but at power forward with that release, it's alright. But I mean, it's not going to get the job done overall. So I'm going to F tier. Zion at the 4 position probably will go. I don't even mind Zion at the 4 if you're gonna run there. It's like if your opponent not running a cheesy opposition, you run Zion at the 4. I don't think it'll be the worst case scenario. Because like, okay, let's imagine you run him at the 3, right? Most people at the 3 gonna run him. Their LeBron's the best player. If you run him at the 4 though, there's a high probability they might be running like, I don't know, like Zion's like 6'6". They might be running like a power small forward at the power forward position. Sometimes people do that a lot. Let me go mute my phone real quick because my phone is driving me nuts with the, like, and it like shut the heck up. Can this phone just shut the heck up? Like, my apologies. My apologies. Okay, my phone is now turned off. So that is at least good. It's gone. It's gone. We don't gotta hear it for the rest of the time. Next up, we got is PJ Brown up next, and I'm ranking PJ Brown in at probably in B. I like PJ Brown. Good jumper. All right, can get the job done. I like PJ Brown at the 4. I think he can fit my team a lot. Patrick Ewing at the 4. I'm gonna have to rank him in F. That release is way too slow. Patrick Ewing is a center. He's just not going to cut it at the 4 position. Alonzo Mourning up next. I don't think he's going to cut at the 4 position either. D tier. It's just that release way too slow to be playing the 4. He has to be your center at that point. And I don't think he's going to cut it, so I'm ranking him in at F tier. Next we got is... I put LeBron on by mistake. My apologies. Dirk Nowitzki up next. Dirk is surprisingly actually really good. I'm ranking Dirk in at B tier. Dirk is surprisingly really, like... I've been, Dirk I've been hating on, but he actually been playing really... I've been playing Dirks, and he actually been hooping lately. Dirk has been absolutely hooping, actually, so I think you got to go B tier. Or for Dirk Nowitzki. Like, he actually been playing, performing. You know how to green in people's face with him? You can make it in his face. And I think he's absolutely good, so I'm ranking him at B tier. Next up on the list is Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. Probably go A tier for Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. I don't think he's better than Wilt. Like, playing against both of them, Wilt Chamberlain has so much better cheesy rebound animations. He just does overall. But Kareem can also play the 4. We're talking about the 4 with a 7-1 power 4. I think you gotta rank him at the A tier. Just on that alone, so I like it overall, so we're ranking him at A tier, and we're gonna like it. We're gonna like it, and we're gonna indulge in it, so good job. Al Horford is absolutely garbage. That man, he's still 100K. Like, that man was garbage. Garbage, really. Garbage. Asa Green, I'll rank Asa Green in that C tier. Asa Green, cool. Hit his open shots, but he's like almost the same, like 6'9", does his job, hit his open threes, but that's about it. He's not going to be doing nothing else special other than that. And he can be a Mutombo. Mutombo been getting so much hate, I don't know why. Like, Mutombo's in C tier. Mutombo's actually good. I know some people struggle to run their inside. I can't put him higher in C just because release. But Mutombo does so much good inside the paint. Give me Mutombo any day of the week over Chris Bosh. Like, Mutombo is a dog in the paint. I don't know why we just disrespect that card. If you know how to use it inside, he is a solid big. I've seen people ranking Yao Ming, JC ranking Yao Ming over Mutombo. That's disrespectful. That's blasphemy. That is just blasphemy. That's what it is. Elvis Hayes up next. Elvis Hayes, probably going C tier. Elvis Hayes is not that great, to be honest. I use Elvis Hayes. I mean, someone said Elvis Hayes is a savage in the comment section. I had him for a while. I don't even think he's in C. I think he's in D tier. Elvis Hayes is not that great in my team. Being honest, he's just not that good. Capella up next, F tier. Can't shoot a 3-pointer. He doesn't offer anything like Mutombo defensively. Useless card. Siakam is an F tier. He can't go anywhere else. He's gonna stink. So, yeah, we're gonna rank him in there. Evan Mobley, release is just way too slow at this stage in the game. And I think you're gonna have to go D tier for Evan Mobley at this stage in the game. It's just his release is way too slow at the 4%. Does have a skinnier body field, so it doesn't take too much space on the court. But you just can't rank him any higher. He has a good advantages, but like, you can't go any higher on him. Brad Miller, same thing. Release sucks. He's a garbage center. He's a garbage power forward. He stinks in this game overall. But like, overall, just stinks in this game. Hakeem Olajuwon up next. Hakeem is an A tier. Hakeem is a really solid big in this game. And I think Hakeem Olajuwon is really solid in this game overall. I just feel like you have to go A tier for Hakeem Olajuwon. And I think he is really, really good in my team. So I'm ranking him in at A tier. Bob McAdoo up next. Bob McAdoo is solid. Really, really solid. I'm going B tier for him. I don't think he fits that A and S, but he's easily B tier. Bob McAdoo has a phenomenal release. Good jump shot. He is absolutely a beast in the game. And he is really good. So overall, I'm going with Bob McAdoo in at B tier. And I think he's really solid in this game. Pink Diamond Kevin Garnett. I guess we can rank the Opal one, Dark Matter one while we're ranking the Pink Diamond one since we're here. And we're going to rank the Opal one. Kevin Garnett up next on this list. And look, KG is gassed up. I don't think KG offers more than you I don't think he offers you anything more than A tier. I don't think he's on the level of a Dan Unseld, a Marcus Aldridge, a Wilt Chamberlain, a Tim Duncan, or KG. You could disagree with me. KG is barely any different. I honestly do not think KG. Like, I have used KG. Not used KG. I have played against KG multiple times. And I don't think this card is... I think he's better than everybody in A tier, B tier. I would probably put this card to like probably right here, maybe in front of Pablo, and then call it that. I don't think he's better. I don't know if KG is really better than Akeem, Giannis, or AD, especially at Juice Akeem. I don't think KG's that good, great. And I think we're just gassing up KG because he's a dark matter, but he's not really that special. I'm ranking him at A tier only because I think he's better than everybody in B tier, but I don't think he's even better than Anthony Davis. I don't think he's better than anybody at S tier. Just my personal opinion. I don't think KG's really that great. Mikan, who I use, I'm kind of disappointed by Mikan. I think he'll be better when he gets a Galaxy Opal, but I'm ranking him at C tier. Mikan really disappointed me overall. I thought Mikan was going to be a lot better than what he was. But in my opinion, I feel like Mikan just wasn't it. His jumper was fine. It wasn't crazy I thought it would be. It was like he got the job done. He wasn't that great of a defender. I don't think Mikan was that great, really. Overall, I don't think he's horrible. Just don't think he's that good. Pink Diamond Kareem up next. I'd probably go B tier overall for him. He still can hoop. Pink Diamond Kareem's a power forward, 7'1". You still got to put respect on his name. He's 7'1" power forward. So, yeah, that's just why we got to do it. Next up, Moses Malone, just not going to cut it. That release is way too slow. Probably go D tier for him, though. I still respect that Moses had a good release. But that's about it for Moses Malone. This Zion obviously is F tier. He's not going to cut it at this stage in the game. Jalen Williams is a hard card to rank overall because you can say he's like, how do you rank this card at power forward? You have to rank him like a TTO card. I'm going to put him D tier. You know, I think he could be as high as a C tier. I just don't know how you rank this card because, like, do I rank him off TTO? Because, like, you can't run this card. You almost be an F tier. But it's like, I feel like it would be disrespectful. The card has a good jumper, but he just doesn't fit the position. Joel Embiid at the 4. I like Joel Embiid. I rank Joel Embiid in A tier overall. Like, I think Joel Embiid is really good overall. I just don't think I don't think there's that many S tier power forwards in this game overall, and I feel like A tier is a fair spot for Joel Embiid. I feel like he can stretch the floor good, but I don't think he's better than AD. I don't think, he's better than those guys. I feel like this is, perfect for where I ranked him at. Kevin Love up next. I've even got 2 Kevin Loves on this list. Did I rank the other one? I might not rank the Opal Kevin Love, but if he didn't, we'll just rank this one as it. Probably put him D tier. Kevin Love get his open shots. Still, the Opal probably be in C tier. I just think he just hits his open shots. The other one can defend better, but that's the only thing. I be seeing people run Kevin Love, and that's the only thing he's for real doing. Karl-Anthony Towns the same as the other version, D tier. I think he's on the level of Chris Webber. I just don't think Cat is all that great in my team overall, and he just doesn't fit this game personally. Just don't think he's that great. Bob Leaky, I rank him in C tier. He does his job on the court overall. That's the best way I can state it. Does his job on the court, shoots his open shots, and yeah, overall, he just does his job on the court. Sean Kemp is decent. Now I don't know why we disrespect Sean Kemp, really. Sean Kemp is in B tier, probably. I'd probably go B tier for Sean Kemp, because I don't think he's better than anyone at A. But B tier, Sean Kemp is elite. Sean Kemp can actually hoop with you. He's actually got dunk on you, shoot a shot. I like Sean Kemp. Dolph is garbage, F tier. I don't know, can he play the 4? He can't play the 4. Naz Reid, I actually like Naz Reid. As an Amethyst salary cap, ignore him for the rest of the list. I'm probably ranking him in C tier. Because I like Naz Reid overall as a salary cap card. He's probably the only one I'm ranking off a salary cap. But hey, I like him. I just wanted y'all to lay in no Nurkic and good lax defense. Not going to cut it. Larry Johnson at the 4 is going to be undersized, really. But I'll put him at C tier. I don't think you would mind having Larry Johnson at 6'7" at your C tier power forward. So I don't think that's bad overall. Marcus Gasol next. I used him too. I could drop a gameplay if y'all want me to of him. I would rank him in at B though. I had him higher before my list. Man, my tier list changed a lot though. Because I thought he was going to be the top end center. He's still good. He's just nothing that crazy though. I mean, you easily could say he's in that A tier overall. I just don't think he's on the level of Giannis or Anthony Davis. I just don't believe he is. So I think he's in that B tier. And next up, we got David Robinson. He can't play the 4. Never mind. D-Rob can't play the 4, really. Chris Kaman up next. Can he play power forward? I can't see if Chris Kaman can play power forward. I cannot see if Chris Kaman can play power forward. He might not be able to play the 4. If he can't, we won't rank him. Does he play the 4? He can play the 4. Chris Kaman. I'd probably go lower on Chris Kaman today just because he's at the 4 position. Probably go D tier. I think he's more of a center and you run him off. Like, I'm trying to think. Would I want Chris Kaman? I mean, I don't mind Chris Kaman. I'll keep Chris Kaman at C. I'll keep him. I just don't. I just at the 4 position though. It's not the same though. Like, it's like, cause I would run Kaman. You would run Kaman at the 5. Like, I put him in D tier just cause you would rank Kaman. I think he's C tier at center. I don't think he's C tier at power forward. Kevin McHale up next. I'm ranking him in F. He sucks in the game. Overall, LeBron's not supposed to be here. Charles Oakley sucks. Low stats, not going to cut it. And I think Zach Rudolph isn't good. I will tell y'all that now. Not good in the game. And Karl Malone is power forward. Has a good jumper, but he's not going to make it to C tier. I don't think he's better than anybody. I mean, he could go right here next to Lee. I don't think he's better than Bobby Aliki, Giannis, Zion. I think we're rating it like this. So I feel like this is Jakeem Noah up next. We almost forgot Jakeem Noah. Jakeem Noah at the 4 position. I don't mind Jakeem Noah. A tier. Probably A minus. I like Jakeem Noah. I like Jakeem Noah overall. So yeah, I like Jakeem Noah. I personally like Jakeem Noah. And it's just like, do I think he's on the lowest? I mean, he's probably the least one at A tier. But I think he's better than anyone in B tier. So it's like, is he better than Bob Pettit though? Like, that's what I mean. Bob Pettit should go up then if I'm gonna have Noah there. But it's at the power forward position though, so I'm ranking Noah at B power forward. He's 6'11" power forward, good defense. He has an alright jumper, still can cut it. I don't mind Jakeem Noah. I don't mind him. We're gonna go with it. We're gonna actually go with it. But yeah, this is my tier list though. Because if Bob Pettit had better defense, he would be easily maybe S tier. It's just that defense lacks so much. But yeah, this is our tier list. I'm going to go check real quick, make sure we didn't forget no one real quick. I don't think we did, but let me review it. But yeah, everything's good. I guess we're going to leave it like this. I'm really conflicted on this Bob Pettit pick the most out of anyone. Like, I can easily rank this card as high as A, because I do like Bob Pettit, but it's like, man, I'm like, because his defense is so lacking. Like, Noah's like, either Noah goes down 1, and he goes up 1, and I just don't know truly. I'm gonna put Noah in B. I'm just gonna. It's tough because I think Noah's on the same level as Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. So should Kareem just go down 1? No, it doesn't make any sense. We're just gonna keep it. We're just gonna keep it. Just remember, Bob Pettit's a beast, and I probably should just move him up the A tier probably, but overall, just move him up the A tier because he is, in my opinion. It is at A tier. We're just moving Bob Pettit up to A tier. Screw it. Bob Pettit's A tier. But yeah, this is it. This is the one we're going with. Bob Pettit is A tier. But yeah, at least because let me know in the comment section if you agree, if you disagree overall. And I think we're just gonna see y'all in the next My Team video. Because in my opinion, like I said, there's not that many. Like I think there's like Tim Duncan was elite. Which I have gameplay unload with him if you want to even upload it, but I don't know. But I think this is the list we're gonna go with overall. Let me know if you agree, you disagree, and I'm gonna see y'all in the next My Team video. Give me a